The excitement in esport usually comes from the high level of skill that the participating teams display. Every now and then, however, the matches are more clear-cut than you might have expected beforehand. But just when you think it's over, teams or players start a rapid comeback and suddenly emerge victorious from a hopeless situation. That's why today we're going to take a look at the top 10 greatest comebacks in esports. Top 10. 100 Thieves vs Gambit Esports Valorant VCT Masters Berlin. After losing the first Valorant map Ascent 13-5 to Gambit, 100 Thieves had to go all the way on Icebox. After 12 rounds, the score was 9-3 for Gambit and the comeback was as good as impossible. But whenever the North American team found themselves in a sticky situation, the team's star player Hiko provided the much needed clutches that brought the 100 Thieves back. With the momentum gained, 100 Thieves made it to map 3 where they ultimately defeated Gambit.
Nitro does it as well. They were down, but they refused to go quietly into that good night. They take down Gambit. They're going to the knockout stage.
Top 9. Optic vs Complexity Call of Duty MLG Fall Invitational 2013. Our top 9 is arguably the greatest comeback in Call of Duty history. During the grand final between Complexity and Optic, it looked like the team around Scump had everything under control, but Complexity had other plans that day. Round after round, the team fought their way back into the game, turning a 0-5 score into a 6-5 victory. A true MLG moment.
Is officially the winner of the final MLG tournament for Black Ops 2 here at the Fall Invitational.
That was absolutely insane, Puck. It couldn't have been any better. That was probably the best comeback I've ever seen.
Top 8. MK Leo vs Tweak Smash Bros Ultimate EVO 2019. With an incredible run through the losers bracket, MK Leo made it to the grand finals of EVO 2019, where TSM Tweak was waiting for him. The American Tweak led the battle rather quickly with a 2-0 before Leo was able to reset the bracket with 3 wins in a row. So everything back to square one, or not? MK Leo again won 3 rounds in a row, and with a spike from his Joker against Charizard, he was able to crown himself the winner against Tweak.
You get rough from it, but in the end, MK Leo will arrive in grand finals. MK Leo!
Top 7. Cloud9 vs FaZe Clan CSGO Boston E-League Major 2018. Cloud9's win against FaZe Clan at the 2018 Boston E-League Major will likely go down in history. After losing their first 2 matches, Cloud9 made it to the finals with a good performance. However, a good performance wouldn't be enough against 2018's FaZe, and that showed right away on map 1, which went to the FaZe Clan. With a lot of effort, Cloud9 saved itself by a victory on map 2. Off to the decider. At the beginning, it didn't look good for Cloud9, but then the team really pulled themselves together. After a 15-11, they made it to a double overtime to surprisingly beat FaZe. Top 6. OG vs Paris LGD Dota 2 The International 8. In the best of 5 against LGD, OG was already with its back on the wall at a score of 2-1. In game 4, when Paris started with a dominant performance that was not expected, the match was already over for most of the players. But OG refused to give in, and with a fantastic performance by Seb, they turned around the already decided game and were allowed into game 5. Their victory in that game was one of the cornerstones for the TI8 victory and the only back-to-back TI victory in history.
Ladies and gentlemen, your grand champions of TI8, it's OG!
Top 5. Luminosity Gaming vs Team Liquid CSGO MLG 2016 Columbus Major. The winner in the semifinals of the MLG CS Major was already as good as certain, for Luminosity didn't look good at all until Coldzerac took the match in his hands and brought his team back with a 4K AWP play. The 4 kills including the jump shot with the AWP alone would be absolutely incredible, but for Luminosity was also the push they needed to turn the match around. After 10 rounds in a row, the score was 90-15 for Luminosity, which meant victory. The craziest thing was that map 2 went almost exactly the same way. A 15-16 for Team Liquid turned to a 19-16 win for Luminosity Gaming. The only thing missing for a happy ending was the major victory that went to Coldzerac, Fallen and the rest of their team.
And there it is, Cold is going to take his head off, and Luminosity will find themselves in the grand finals against Na'Vi.
Top 4. Evil Moments number 37. Street Fighter 3 Daigo Parry. The Daigo Parry refers to a part of the Street Fighter 3 Third Strike semi-final fight at the 2004 Championship Series between Daigo Umehara and Justin Wong. During the fight, Umehara made an unexpected comeback, parrying 15 consecutive hits from Wong while only having a fraction of his HP left. Umehara won the match but lost to Kenji Obata in the grand final. Top 3. SK Gaming vs Fnatic. League of Legends IEM Katowice 2013. During the early days of League of Legends esports, one of the most famous plays in League history was created. The X-Pack backdoor against SK Gaming was one of the most spectacular comebacks we've seen in esports. After a teamfight in SK space which Fnatic clearly lost, SK Gaming made their way to the Fnatic Nexus. But X-Pack, who could save himself before, had other plans. On his mobile champ Cassidy, he sneaked into the SK Gaming base, where he took apart the Nexus blow by blow. With a pixel of his life, he ended the game in favor of Fnatic. Top 2. Moscow 5 vs CLG-EU. League of Legends DreamHack Summer 2012. Top 2 on our list took place more than 10 years ago, but CLG's comeback is still as special as ever. During the mid-game, Moscow 5 had already accumulated an unreachable gold lead of 26,000. Due to some stupid decisions by the Moscow players and a well defense by CLG, the lead shrank more and more. After almost an hour, CLG set a trap for their opponents and destroyed them with a hail of ultimates, making one of the biggest comebacks in esport history ever.
In League of Legends at this level. Absolutely insane. I cannot believe that just happened.
Top 1. Evil Geniuses vs eHome. Dota 2 The International 6. Top 1 is not only the greatest comeback, but also the greatest Dota match ever. EG actually went into the match as the favorite, but they never really got going. eHome made it into EG's base, and so far no team had managed to come back against the Mega Creeps during the TI main stage. eHome had been focusing on the wrong things, and a couple of aggressive plays put them in a downward spiral. EG took the win from eHome after they wiped out almost the entire team. They turned the short loss into the most amazing comeback in history.
Support's down, leaving Ice alone, and that's it! GG is the call from eHome as Game 2 is cut short. Evil Geniuses.
That was our top 10 video of the week. Leave a like and a comment if you enjoyed the video, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. See you next week.
For the summit, visions brave, one false step.